Hi friends, in our time together today, we're going to talk about the importance of playing scales and arpeggios as a key way to develop our skills. An arpeggio is just playing the primary notes of a chord in sequence. We've already talked about scales some. So on a D whistle, remember you can play two primary or major key scales, the D and you just use the holes covered without doing anything funny, and because the key of D is an F sharp, and when you have four holes covered, that's an F sharp on your D whistle, and it is a C sharp, has those two sharps, and that's when you have no holes covered, and that becomes a bit of a challenge if I'm holding the whistle like this and it's not in my mouth. The key of G, you'll see a lot of tunes also in the key of G. That's when you see one sharp, the F sharp, in the key signature, and that is, remember we had that whole video on how to play the C natural. Two holes covered, three holes covered, a lot of options. And so the value of the scale and the arpeggio is that you're training your hands, your brain, your ears to more naturally play a tune in its key signature. And so think of all the things that you're doing. You're starting low. Low notes can be a challenge sometimes, and you're playing, transitioning up into the second octave, and you're going as high as you can. And so you're working on those really high notes, you're working on those low notes, you're working on the transitions. Then you add complexity to it by playing whatever ornaments you like between the notes. Or whatever ornaments you want to use. Go all the way up and down the scale. Use different ornaments with each note. The options are endless. A scale is a safe way to just practice every skill you have. You can even play a scale in particular rhythms. Here's a fun one. See, you go up and down the scale, just play in a rhythm. Play it like those little triplets. It's kind of fun. So, scales. Expanded a little bit from what we talked about before. But now, we need to talk about arpeggios some. Whenever you play any tune at all on your whistle, you're playing it in a particular key. Again, like I said, this is a D whistle, so a lot of tunes you're playing are in the key of D major or G major. Don't worry about all those names, but there are all kinds of options on keys, and there are as many keys as there are notes. So right now we're just thinking about D and G major. So as you're playing that, if I'm sitting at a piano and I want to play a D major chord, the basic D major chord, I'm going to play the notes D, F sharp, and A. I'm going to play them simultaneously. If on my whistle I play D, F sharp, A in sequence, that is the arpeggio of the D major chord. And so that is how on our whistles we can practice the key components of a chord. So you go up and down the scale playing the key components. And on the G key, that's with one sharp, it's G, B, D. Those are the primary notes in the G major chord. So you can play as high as you can, and you can play as low as you can. Throw ornaments when you're doing arpeggios. When we're playing an arpeggio, those primary notes associated with a chord, you are actually playing all the main transition notes and sequence notes you and I are going to find in a tune. If you were to look at the tunes we've played, and you were to look and see how many of them have a run, like a scale, it's amazing. If you look and see how many have that arpeggio sequence of D, F sharp, A, you'll go, wow, I'm seeing that everywhere. And it's so frequent because those are the main components of every chord, which is basically what is the key signature of a tune. So if you want to drill into your mind and hands and ears what the key of D is and the key of G is, then you need to play arpeggios and play ornaments with them, mess around with them, and get them into your brain. Then when you hear a tune and you want to play it, your body's going to more naturally know what to do. Playing that up and down may seem not worth a lot, not worth as much as playing a tune, but that tune is built on those notes. So play them, practice them, ornament them, rhythm them. Such an important practice for us in building our skills. We'll talk about these two things more because I've got more ways to practice scales and arpeggios, but we're adding one layer at a time. We're eating our meal one bite at a time. We're taking our journey one step at a time. So my friends, work on your scales, work on your arpeggios now as well. And until next time, this is Scott Shade. Happy low D whistling and skill building, my friends.